CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. The massive Everglades wildfire is growing. According to the Florida Forest Service, it has now consumed more than 42,000 acres. It's 10% contained. 42,000 acres is double what we first reported today at noon. The smoke is impacting portions of South Florida for a second day. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has the latest on the firefight from Alligator Alley in West Broward.
Right now we're standing on top of an observation deck, so we have a really good view to show you just how expansive this fire is. Our photographer Brian is going to start over to the west, where you can see the first initial plumes of that fire, and as he pans towards the right, that is taking you over to the east, and what you'll see is one plume of smoke after another heading all the way in to Broward County. Thursday morning, this is what some cars looked like in sunrise, covered in ash. As you head closer to the wildfires down Alligator Alley, you can see the pathway of the smoke. There's the blue, clear sky to the south and the smoky skies to the north. And by the time you're at the top of the new observation deck by mile marker 35, this is your view. You can see the flames and how they stretch for miles, 20,000 acres to be more specific. That's roughly the size of the city of Fort Lauderdale. And to give you an even better vantage point, this is the view from above. Our Chopper 4 captured this new video Thursday.
On vacation, we've been seeing news about it and stuff, but when we, actually got on the alley and started driving down, I was surprised at how big it was, how stretched out, and, it's all over the place.
We met Tony Rabarzik at the observation deck. He's visiting from Southwest Florida.
It's pretty big. I was surprised to see it this time of year.
The Florida Forest Service says the fire was first reported Monday evening after severe thunderstorms. Lightning strikes and dry conditions were ideal conditions for a wildfire. The Florida Forest Service says crews are facing challenging times because the Everglades is a conservation area.
It's hard for us to access those areas with our equipment, our fire suppression equipment, because they're miles away from any area that we can make entry to them.
And at one moment today, while we were standing up here on the observation deck, we were hit by a cloud of ash, which is just a good reminder to those who do have any respiratory issues to stay inside today, as there is that air quality alert. For now in Western Broward County, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
Next weather meteorologist Dave Warren joins me now. And Dave, another busy day. You've been tracking brush fires, thunderstorms, and Erin.
Pretty much all at the same time,
Yeah.
right here. But now we're getting a little break from the storms. Some needed rain that did work into the area here, and it just worked through areas up north. Now, these were strong to severe storms earlier, but now our next weather radar is keeping an eye on a few lightning strikes there around the Keys, and also a little more activity redeveloping right over the interior here. Look at this, right over that area between 27 and the Sawgrass Expressway. We had one round of rain earlier, another downpour come in, so that's helping the situation, at least trying to get it on the right areas. It is giving us some more lightning though and a gust of wind. Outflow from those storms and now redeveloping showers and storms in southern Miami-Dade. We'll keep an eye on this activity here. A few lightning strikes, maybe a gust of wind with the storms that we had earlier. These will struggle to maintain that intensity here, but they're firing up right over southern Miami-Dade. We'll keep that in the forecast over the next few hours. Our next weather rain tracker is busy early this evening, and then by about 10-11 o'clock tonight, things will be winding down. Temperatures have tried to cool off. The numbers have dropped in Homestead and up in Fort Lauderdale, but between those storms, still 92 degrees there in Miami. Still pretty hot in the Keys. Early showers tapering off, then quieting down here overnight tonight. Warm and muggy with temperatures into the mid to low 80s. Hot again tomorrow with afternoon storms. You get that with the west wind. We'll have that here over the next few days. Scattered showers and storms by the middle of next week. A front that stalls to our north. A little too soon for that, but it does get a little closer here. So something that we will continue to monitor. Here's our next weather rain tracker by tomorrow. The showers developing here. Now we will try to get an east coast sea breeze, but it's fighting that west wind. So right along the east coast, storms continue to go throughout the afternoon and evening. Keep an eye on the tropics. Erin is still a strong storm, big, very, very big storm, but curving to the northeast here. Like to see that movement. That'll keep it off the east coast and just south of the Canadian coast there. It really races off to the northeast between Bermuda and Canada, and then a post-tropical system well out in the North Atlantic. We're done talking about that by the end of the weekend here. Those tropical storm force winds continuing to stay just off the coast. Now, this is an area we will monitor for the next few days here. It does show the potential for development. Another area in the Atlantic, and this in the Atlantic there looking pretty quiet here for the next 7 days. Here's the temperatures tomorrow into the mid-90s. Those are the afternoon storms we'll keep an eye out for. 93 will be our high temperature tomorrow, up to 94. Likely there, 93 at 3 o'clock there, but we could hit 94. The storms come in a little quieter over the weekend here, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll keep these showers and storms in the forecast. There were temperatures into the mid to low 90s.
Dave, thank you. Hurricane Erin is leaving its mark. The storm is bringing flooding to parts of the Outer Banks of North Carolina and Virginia. Red flag warnings are up along much of the east coast of the U.S. The storm is bringing a big threat of dangerous waves and rip currents. Nearly 40 million people are under alerts. CBS News Miami's Rob Marciano is in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. He has a firsthand look at the impact Erin is having there.
Hurricane Erin whipped up waves and powerful winds along the East Coast as it made its closest approach to the U.S.
The wind is very strong. We're like both falling over.
The Category 2 storm fueled waves up to 20 feet tall off North Carolina's Outer Banks.
It's a serious storm, and conditions can deteriorate quickly.
This drone video captured the ocean rushing underneath beachfront properties and onto the main road on Hatteras Island. Many tourists and residents evacuated the Outer Banks as Erin closed in. But some, like 96-year-old motel owner Carol Dillon, stayed behind.
You've been on the retreat for decades now.
Since 1955. A lot of storms, a lot of damage. I've seen the water in this building up to the window.
So many of our most impactful hurricanes the past several years, we've been dealing with the deadly inland flooding. That's not an issue with this. It's going to stay offshore. But the winds today, tropical storm force, we felt that. And these waves will continue to pound this shoreline.
Almost the entire U.S. East Coast, pretty much, still with a high risk of dangerous surf and rip current conditions today into tomorrow. And the ocean is going to take a long time to calm down.
In New Jersey, beaches are now closed to swimmers.
The surf gets really high. It's been rough for the past couple weeks.
Swimming bans were also issued in New York, but some surfers still took advantage of the conditions.
We're prepared for this hurricane as best we can.
Virginia also getting a piece of Erin where flooding could extend inland, reaching homes and businesses. Rob Marciano, CBS News, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina.
We are approaching the peak of hurricane season, and the Next Weather team is making sure you're prepared. Scan the QR code and find all the tools you need to help you get ready. You can also find our 1-hour special. It has important information for you and your family. Just go to cbsmiami.com. Now at 4, a federal judge is expected to rule today on the future of Alligator Alcatraz. The judge will decide if construction at the site should continue. Friends of the Everglades and the Miccosukee tribe filed a lawsuit back in June. It's over concerns about its impact in the Everglades. They claim it violates the National Environmental Policy Act. If the judge rules in favor of stopping activity, it could mean moving the more than 330 detainees to another ICE facility. Our Yvonne Taylor is inside the courtroom right now. Watch for his live reports starting at 5. New video here from Stockton, California. That's where Florida Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins held a news conference just a couple of hours ago. He was there to take into custody the truck driver who is accused of killing 3 people from South Florida last week on the Turnpike. Here you can see the Lieutenant Governor escorting Hardinger Singh to the plane that will bring him back to Florida. Singh has already signed an extradition waiver. Singh drove to California after that deadly crash where he was arrested. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security said Monday that Singh was in the country illegally. Investigators say he failed both his English and road sign tests. When we come back, new video of a car crashing into a Hollywood motel overnight. It trapped the driver. What it took to get him out next. Don't forget the Miami Dolphins take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in their third and final preseason game Saturday night. The pregame show starts at 6:30 p.m. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. right here on CBS Miami. And we have you covered on college football as that season gets underway this weekend. You can watch Stanford take on Hawaii on CW Miami 33 Saturday at 7:30.
Ultra-processed foods, a lot of us consume them every day, but what toll are they really taking on our body?
You think it has this halo of health around it, but it's an ultra-processed food.
We'll show you the worst offenders in your fridge and some healthy alternatives.
Tonight at 5:30.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. A violent crash in Hollywood overnight. A car slammed into a motel, trapping the driver inside the car. This is surveillance video of that crash at the Curtis Inn and Suites along Federal Highway near Pembroke Road. You can see a black car crash into the wall of that motel. The impact left a big hole in the wall. Crews had to cut the entire left door side area to get the driver out. Driver was rushed to the hospital as a trauma alert. We have new video of a violent crash involving two Fort Lauderdale Police vehicles. You can see the two officers crash into each other at the intersection of 11th Avenue and Las Olas Boulevard. The impact caused one of the cruisers to catch fire. The other slammed into a pole. We brought you this as breaking news yesterday morning. BSO says the officers were assisting on a stolen license plate call in the Weston area. Both officers were taken to the hospital, but they will be okay. A new Wallet Hub report shows Florida is second to Texas as the most financially distressed state. Wallet Hub defines financial distress as having credit and forbearance or deferring payments due to financial difficulty. The state ranks #1 in the share of people with accounts in financial distress and #2 in the average number of accounts per person that were in distress. Florida also had the 9th worst credit score ranking in the country. Well, that does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami and have a great day.